guys. And I think it's really important that when you support a band, especially when you're filling in for someone, that's the best thing you could do. That is the best thing you can do. You know, besides going in there and having good gear and showing up and being a nice guy and being kosher and stuff like that, best thing to do is, what was that guy doing to make this band work? You know, and if you could do that, it's almost like an impressionist, you know, Rich Little or something like that, you know, and he would imitate someone. That was like the coolest thing if they could like really cop that. And when I go to fill in for bands, whether it be cover, nationals, or something like that, the best thing to do is try to figure out what was that drummer doing to make this band sound like this? What was that drummer doing to support this band? And your job was to come in there, fill in for this guy, and keep this band out. That you get most of your gigs word of mouth. It's flat out. It's not from a music referral service. I mean, you do get gigs, that stuff, but I'm telling you, if you can get out there, just play with anybody. In the beginning, you might not play for money, you might not play for exposure and stuff, but you got to play for experience. And when you play with those folks, that guy that's the bass player might be playing in another band, and he recommends you, and then you go to a jam session, you play with this guy, and this guy, and this guy. And next thing you know, you're subbing for Vinnie Colaiuta on the Sting tour or something. I don't know. Would that be cool? You know.
And accept this this plaque, and it just says TigerBill.com Inc. Cymbal Cleaner DrumBeat Festival 2004 in memory of Ronald Spagnardi, 1943 to 2003, father of Modern Drummer magazine. Rick, we hope that you. 5:25 and 60 seconds. How old are you, Jack?
Yeah, I just have
10 years old. Anybody want to give it a shot? Go, go, go! Go, go! 4
Yeah!
4 years old!
Instead of this. Now, the whole purpose, I know, is to use a finger. It actually took me a few months. I would say, I always...
Right hand. This way you can get the bounce of the stick. The fingers, you're training your finger muscles to move along. Otherwise, I see most guys at the basics and jams, when they're hitting the drum trying to do finger control, they're doing this. So basically, the fingers are limited to the same speed as the wrist. So if you eliminate the wrist completely, that's when you're really going to get true finger speed out of the stick. There's no way you're going to do that with the wrist moving along with the fingers. It's the same way with the right hand. I see a lot of guys. I've seen guys practice, they play for 5 minutes, then they stop and have a cigarette, then they play for another 5 minutes, they stop and they get a cup of coffee. The real key to developing technique is endurance. You have to, if you're doing 4 witty changes, do it for a half hour without stopping. I don't know how many people read the beginning of the stick control book, but that's the whole key. Without stopping, you're giving your muscles a chance to develop an endurance. Otherwise, what you're doing is you do this for 5 minutes and that for 5 minutes. The muscles don't have a chance to really get a chance to build and work out. So that's the whole key to that. Is you don't do
basically this technique that I call is called the shaking vibration technique, and it's usually you see the wrist. I am moving my wrist. I'm going like that. You know, usually we come down with the wrist and with the fingers. Like that, moving the fingers. Well, I utilize it throughout the time. My wrist, when I was bringing the stick height very low, my wrist started twisting to the side. It started twisting to the side, and the fingers were coming up. But you don't see the fingers doing this. It's just like cradling the stick. So it's going like that, wrist. But at the same time, as you can see, the fingers are coming up. You see that? Wrist coming down and up. It's like at the same time, 50-50. So basically it looks something like this. I'll play it a little bit slower.
Good. But when you do the up on this hand is coming back. But it's not doing anything. It's not making any noise. So Gladstone said, well, why should we do that? It's not making any noise. Why do it? We don't need to do that. The stick wants to come back anyway. So just throw it down. Come back by itself. You know, everybody makes mistakes. I mean, I saw Buddy a lot of times when he was live, and he wasn't perfect. He made mistakes. But you know what? The best drummers are the guys who cover up those mistakes. You know, and the guy from an audience just sitting there would never know it was a real mistake. You know, only he knows for himself. You know, and like you do things like this. Here's a mistake, right? I'm going to do a mistake, but I'm going to turn it into not a mistake. You know, watch. I had a single stroke roll going, but all of a sudden I screwed it up and it went to flams. So you start doing something with flams. I learned that when I was a young kid. I mean, I was playing in one of my first bands. It was like a Chicago-type band. I said, man, I love that thing you did in the solo there, man. You know, I said, what thing? Well, that thing you did it was a single-stroke roll, but then it went to the flams. I screwed it up. But I didn't tell the guy I made a mistake. I said, yeah, so that was cool. You like that? Yeah, I've been working on that for a while, you know.
Once you committed to the spoken word and you said, I want to play the drums, and whether your friends or your parents or someone heard that, and you began this journey, it has brought you to this path, to one of the greatest fraternities that I have seen around the world. Really, drummers do this. No other instrument does this. They don't have, you know, guitar fests. I mean, guitar players. What's with these guys, guitar players? They don't share licks like we do. We're up here showing technique. Check it out, man. Slow motion. Right in your face. Guitar players do this. And they hide it from everything. It's all the drummers. Yeah! Woo! They're like throwing it out. DVD, Hudson Music, another supporter, and we're proud to have those guys on board. They make a lot. Okay, we got some Warner Brothers stuff too to give away here. Warner Brothers, and a Modern Drummer hat, Warner Brothers DVD. Guy Jack just won himself a Pearl Firecracker snare. I'll keep it in the box, right? Sabian cymbal, Greg, and a Sabian hat. 592-977. Nugget thumpers, yep. Give that man a thumper. There's one left in existence that hasn't been sold, and the Boo McAfee, creator of this drumometer, has it. And he gave it to us for this event to give away to some lucky stiff here. Year's subscription to Drum Magazine. 931, year's subscription to Drum Magazine. This is really cool, Drum Magazine. This, believe it or not, is a lifetime subscription to Drum Magazine. Lifetime. Are we ready? Drum roll, please. We've got 9 drummers here, and nobody's going to give me a drum roll. There we go. And the winner of the Axis Percussion Double A Long Ball, 953. Eventually it had to happen because we got so much stuff to give away. There's only 3 tickets left in the thing.